Hello, everybody, and welcome here to the Sports Talk Network, and welcome here to Steve's Wrestling Ramble. Sorry, I didn't have my episode on my usual Thursday evenings, 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern, but things going down, work, and otherwise, so sometimes it does move around. I was even thinking that I was even doing tonight here on Saturday, that I may have had to do it on Mother's Day late evening, but you know me, I'll at least get an episode up by the end of the week until the start of the next week, which being Monday. So Monday to Sunday being my week of stuff of doing videos. But yeah, I got one up talking here, Raw and SmackDown, talking WWE, and the biggest thing coming out of Raw and SmackDown and the shows, in regards to the shows and keeping the storylines and the stuff going on with the shows, I think the biggest news is being in regard to this grand idea by Mr. McMahon, the character that owned by WWE in general overall, which I think is because of ratings and other reasons, I guess, is having this thing, having Raw superstars go to SmackDown, having SmackDown superstars go to Raw, called the Wild Card Rules for the brand extension, for the brand split, whatever they want to call it, or whatever it's called this week by fans or like. Either way, this wild card rule, though interesting and somewhat, can be, and I mean this seriously, it can be entertaining, is somewhat of a reach in to me, because it seems like it's just a ploy to get in the ratings, a ploy to use superstars, and if you want to get to that point of not needing to do something like this, and as again, make to actually just have your superstars, the ones that you've created in a sense, to create a whole better show. Give the time to your WWE superstars that you have, meaning giving them the opportunities, having more stars shown, and maybe even ending the brand split by an extension, so you have all your superstars under one umbrella. You have one championship for the men, combining the Universal and WWE. Because I know WWE for some, because the Universal title is still fairly new, I guess, in a way. But it had a nice run. And if you fuse those together, the tag team titles together, the women's titles truly together, not just Becky being Becky 2 belts, one championship. We now have a new title, being the women's tag team title. We have the IC title, the US title. We still have those mid-card titles that can be still overall for WWE. And you have the NXT shows and their championships, with the newest one being the NXT North American title. So I do think, and I do roughly agree, that maybe at SummerSlam, the end of the brand extension is to happen, because it seems like that's the way it wants to go, and that's the way Fox wants it to go in regards to when it gets SmackDown Live, and SmackDown starting in October on that network. So I assume from everything that I'm hearing of Fox wanting big stars over on SmackDown, instead of continuing the brand split and continuing this wildcard rule, is ending the brand split and just going to use superstars, or use the superstars that you want to have on your shows each and every week, to have them on the show each and every week. Meaning, you have so many superstars on your roster. WWE's number one place to be, right? It's the king of sports entertainment, and it's that for a reason. But you have so many extra superstars or other superstars on the roster that are not used, and that is what it is. You have so many talented stars, the best of the best, creme de la creme, in raw athleticism or otherwise, that got them to WWE, hired by WWE, in other words, but not being used. Either because WWE does not have something for them, they're not fit into the schedules of the shows, however, whatever that be, that maybe they find a better use for them. Though when it's time to give superstars some shine, they do, but I don't know if they really. Now, this Raw and SmackDown, in regards to this whole wildcard rules, was certainly interesting to seeing the superstars that were on Raw from SmackDown Live, being Roman Reigns, Sami Zayn, Elias. You also technically had Shane McMahon, but he's on both shows as one of the owners and one of the managers, people in charge, the McMahon family, taking back Raw. Remember? So okay then. Then on SmackDown we had the Usos coming from Raw. The Miz technically attacking Shane again. It's on Raw SmackDown. We see up and doing their thing otherwise. So it's just interesting on how these superstars, specifically some, like Lacey Evans and Lars, are being used and still being portrayed on both shows. It would bequeath WB if they were going to continue this brand split or an extension and having superstars on their own brand to keep them on said brands until otherwise needed. I mean, truly needed. I don't just mean needed to have them on other shows because of rating situations and issues, but more so needed when someone calls for it. Like I said, I like the concept and the idea of a wildcard rule because it's interesting and what superstar could come to the other brand and for what reason, especially with Money in the Bank, cash in on either champion, whether the night of or in the future. But I like the concept and entertained by that aspect of it. Well, it depends on how WWE does it, and hopefully it's done right. But on Raw and SmackDown, we had 2 title matches, WWE title matches. Kofi Kingston defending the title both on Raw and on SmackDown Live. And successfully retaining, but with those wins makes me think maybe, just maybe, his title reign won't be as long as most hoped or thought would be. He had his WrestleMania moment, he won the title, pretty much like out of nowhere. Not that he didn't deserve it, but still, surprisingly, the only thing more surprising would be like Heath Slater winning the WWE title. Sort of thing. It's awesome. That would be a great moment. Like if Heath Slater or Zack Ryder won the championship, Universal WWE. They both would earn it too. Long careers, working hard, company guys. To build that up, especially if you have either of them as a heel. You work for Kofi as a face, but if you have Zack Ryder or Heath Slater to heels, and gets over and other factors, I guess, and have them WWE champion. That'd be. I mean, we have Bray Wyatt as WWE champion for a time. Jinder Mahal, who I did enjoy his title reign. Honestly, with my opinion there, I enjoyed Jinder Mahal's title reign. I do think, or I do say, I've said in other podcasts with some of my other friends on their channels that I personally enjoyed Jinder Mahal's title reign more than CM Punk's, and CM Punk's was longer. But again, my opinion. But either way, Raw and SmackDown, very interesting to see how this wildcard rule is moving forward. I look forward to seeing how that all goes down, so to speak. But as for the shows themselves, they could have been better. Now, next week are the go-home shows. And the go-home shows are in England. They're doing the European tour. During go-home shows or pay-per-views, like you could schedule this a little bit better. Because this week would have been the week to do it. My point is, having go-home shows not pre-taped and not in the States. Like, I don't want to make this seem like I'm just a homer for shows always having to be in USA, but for go-home shows to be pre-taped, to have, for any intrigue of what could be going down. I don't expect title changes or anything to happen go-home show, but just still for a go-home show, and for a go-home show that you want to be a good one or unexpected or interesting or entertaining in any sense of the word. For it not to be pre-taped and know what's going on. Not the biggest way not to watch or read spoilers, but still. But yeah, Raw, SmackDown, alright shows, yes, and we have new tag team champions, Rowan and Daniel Bryan on SmackDown Live, and Rowan was the one that got the pin, so good for you, Eric Rowan. But I do have a feeling Kofi Kingston's title reign is not going to be as long as some thought or predicted was going to be after he won at WrestleMania and his WrestleMania moment. But yeah, that's pretty much all I need to talk about, or not need to, but want to talk about here on my show. Welcome to check out me on Malik's channel, Narcolepsy Boy 94. Again, Narcolepsy Boy 94. I'll follow him on Twitter at Malik Kelly. But we did our WWE draft earlier this evening. That was tons of fun. Loved being part of that. I enjoyed being part of his show, his Saturday videos each and every week. You know, obviously still by invitation, but I appreciate that he does invite me very regularly. He's an awesome dude, good friend, bro, a bro that knows. You know, I mean, you know, bro, intelligent guy, um, intelligent in general, intelligent WV. I mean, you know, and giving his opinion and his thoughts on superstar storylines and otherwise. So check out his channel and other videos, let alone the most recent one being the WB draft video that we did earlier this evening. So yeah, again, that's Narcolepsy Boy 94. Follow him on Twitter at Malik Kelly. Some of the guys that were part of their EPW show, Conrad Cushman. Follow him on Twitter at EPW Show, and find him Everything Pro Wrestling. Just search that on Google. For Kyron Chase at Special Kyron. He has videos about WB, Sonic the Hedgehog, My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. Check out his videos there. He will have reviews for MLP when he can. He's just finishing up his first year of college, so that son of a bitch is working hard. Earning that degree. Slowly but surely, year in a year. But yeah, Kyron Chase. Check out his channel. Yeah, so the four of us did that. But other things in regards to WWE, other news and notes, not too much really to pick up. I know there's a lot of chatter noise about AEW, but that's, you know, a different company. You know, here we're talking about WWE, the Ramble here at the Ramble. And hopefully Kyron and others will actually be able to join me in some episodes moving forward. The prediction episode next week, actually Thursday, hopefully will be jam-packed. Maybe even the guys that I mentioned will be able to join, all of them. Maybe have some other special guests joining that may pop in without me even knowing, because they just have a couple of minutes to join. Who knows? You never know who will show up on a Steve's Wrestling Ramble episode in regards to a prediction show. Because I do have some cool people that are friends of mine, and I appreciate each and every one of them. I really do, all of them equally. Because if they find their day to watch any of my videos, let alone wrestling content specific related videos, and otherwise. And I thank you all that are subscribed to me for checking out the channel. And welcome to follow me on Twitter at the Ramble _WWE, Snapchat and Instagram at CBK_06. But as for WWE news, notes, content, that's pretty much it for tonight. Pretty much it for this week, at least for the Ramble. Next week, like I said, big episode coming up. But with Money in the Bank predictions. That definitely will be on Thursday night if I have guests and otherwise. So I look forward to that. Money in the Bank, one of my favorite pay-per-views. I love it. I really do. I've enjoyed it. You all know how I feel about what the Superstar match is. But in regards to Money in the Bank, I even say it's better than Survivor Series. Survivor Series needs to show me something to be truly number 4 of the big 4. Or now the big 5. That Money in the Bank is not part of it, getting the 4 to 6 hour pay-per-view show. But Money in the Bank, looking forward to it. Seeing who's going to be one of these briefcases. Are they going to be successful cashing it in? We'll be talking about all of that next week with our predictions of the pay-per-view and kind of our own, while we're doing our predictions, I'm sure bring up fantasy booking. Like, where do we think it's going to go moving forward? And if that superstar that we predicted win the briefcase, whether in the men's division or women's division, is going to cash in successfully, which champion they're going to cash in on, when, where, why, how, to what extent. Well, really, to what extent is cashing it in and trying to win the championship, but you know what I mean. I hope you all enjoyed this show. Like, comment, subscribe, let people know of this podcast and of this channel. So I try to need 300, let alone to 1,000 subscribers, just like anybody else. I am slowly taking some classes on Udemy and otherwise other sites in broadcasting and learning more of the business to be a better podcaster, to have better shows, and to have things looking visually aesthetic in regards to being a podcast, trying to look more official, look more professional for you, the viewer, taking a little bit more seriously. And I understand that. It's all about the aesthetics just as much as it is about the content. Almost. But anyways, hope you all have a great rest of your day. Positive vibes all around. I hope you yourself, for the females out there that are moms, and just really in general for your own mom, has your happy Mother's Day if your mother passed away of that, and above all else, as always, take care.